On this episode of Infowars News Blitz, I get my old voice back. Yeah, great. After the mishap I did. Anyway, the SOPA and PIPA battle rages. Ron Paul moves to repeal the police state provisions in the NDAA. Resisted this victory decided it's turning, and he will not be testing those employees for radiation. That and a lot more, straight ahead. Oh, and anyway, happy SOPA PIPA Day to you guys as well out there in the internet land. Mozilla and Google and Wikipedia have already done it. Well, basically, Google is saying see do no evil, but it is evil. But anyway, there's an article written here by Kirk Nemo called SOPA and PIPA, with PIPA or PIPA battle rages. Tell Congress we will not accept censorship. The article says that the underhanded effort to fundamentally alter the internet under the gesture of protecting the copyright of Hollywood and its transnational entertainment corporations was delivered a district setback a few days ago when Congress, on a full steam ahead effort to ram SOPA down our throats, facing the massive outrage and backlash, and basically political backlash, the opposition threatened to veto the SOPA legislation in response of Congress alleviating it. As the article goes on to say, even though the alleviation of SOPA appears to be a victory, we cannot trust the government to basically reintroduce the bill after spurring it up and as a kinder and gentler effort to rob us of our ability to freely disseminate information and speak our minds over the internet without the fear of the censorship technocrats crashing down. Basically, as everybody else knows, this is a bill here that's supposed to censor all the web and stuff, and people are kicking or mad as anything else. The cockbites may have backed off now, but they'll be back, and we'll be waiting for them. Just keep the heat on these people, folks. We know this stuff. If they ever pass it, that's it. We're all done. And I won't be able to speak on the air right now, because I just started this stuff. We need to keep fighting for the free internet, and basically our own freedom as well, folks. Well, I guess we should get to the next order. Hey, you smell something? Hey Serena, you smell anything wrong with this, SOPA and PIPA bill? Oh, for God's sakes, woman, I thought you would know! God damn it! You know what? Let's just go to the other article now. The article here, which I know Serena would have no appointment reading, is called Ron Paul Pushes to Repeal NDAA Police State Provisions. It is a video, about a 5-minute clip video on YouTube, and unfortunately, Mr. Ron Paul has decided to step aside away from the, usual campaign and go back to Washington and do legislation for this bill. And, here is this video.
Well, Ron Paul is striking back. Today, he took time off the campaign trail where he's a strong second now nationwide, even with the traitor establishment, dinosaur, prostitute media saying he can't win. He's swimming upstream like a salmon against their lies, showing how the dinosaur media is losing more and more of its credibility with the public. And he went back to Congress and introduced legislation to repeal the draconian provisions of the National Defense Authorization Act, the secret arrest and disappearance of citizens, the worldwide declaration of war without Congress, the end of posse comitatus. He has got a piece of legislation that stands against that. And the headline on Infowars.com is Ron Paul introduces legislation to strike NDAA's unconstitutional sections. This is so important to get this out to everybody. The fact that both parties and all the other candidates, Obama and the other 4 Republicans, totally support this and are competing with each other to promote war shows the dangerous straits that this country is in.
Yes, Mr. Jones, you are certainly correct. We must stop this bill from passing, sir. But unfortunately, we can do it. It might be difficult, might be crazy, might be tough, but we will do it. And I know Ron Paul will do it as well. Trust me. An article made by, actually a video made by Aaron Dykes and Alex Jones is called Resistance is Victory, the Turning of the Tide. And I'll be reading a few, I'll be reading the description for you here before I play the video. Ideas of bulletproof. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton herself admitted that they were losing the info war to the new media. Remember what Victor Hugo said, no army can stop an idea whose time has come. The new world order is on the run, so join the resistance. Your country needs you. And here is the rest of the clip.
The world is at a crossroads. We have a decision to make. No one can deny anymore that tyranny is growing and casting its long, dark shadow across not just the United States, but worldwide. But in the midst of all of this, and as we move deeper into 2012, it is important to realize the incredible successes, complete and partial, that we've had against tyranny. These are just a few in the last year. In fact, after you're done watching this video, I would ask you to post comments with points that you believe have been victories so we can make a part 2 video. But here are just some of them. The SOPA bill, or Stopping Online Piracy Act, which is really just a Trojan horse, as the inventors of the internet and many others went public and documented, to shut down free speech and to allow giant corporate monoliths to basically carve up the internet and take it over for their own uses and shut down their competition. But you saw the GoDaddy protest that caused hundreds of thousands of their customers to leave them. Many of the big internet companies and smaller ones as well, led by Reddit and others, saying that they were going to basically black out their websites to protest the fact that this SOPA bill is a free speech killing system.
Okay, I'm back. And Mr. Jones is right. This thing just went viral. And, not viral, but you get the idea. We need to do something about this. Just take action, get involved, or do what I'm doing now. Make a video. You ain't gotta hide your voice like I do, but if you have to, go right ahead. It might be an extra something to give the globalists head scratching, but who knows. I know I made a previous video saying that they were about to do this. Well, guess what? They retracted it, and I'm just going to talk very, very small on this one, too. As an article written by Steve Watson, which is Paul Joseph Watson's brother, states that, the agency said reports this week missed the mark. And basically, it's just another flip-flopping to me, folks. I mean, seriously, they said they're gonna do it, and they basically didn't do it. They say they're gonna stop putting children down and the underpants, and they say they do it. It's a psyop trick. Don't fall for it, folks. We all know these cockbiting, lying, cheat-skating punks are gonna lie about everything else, and we need to say no about this stuff. And I know there ain't a lot of, well, basically, I know that Alex Jones says that there's not a lot of people who are evil and bad or whatever, and they want to unionize or whatever, but the system is using this thing to kick out the good people and have a quadrant of evil people that will basically do whatever the heck they tell them to. No, Really, I'm serious. They will just do whatever the heck they want and basically just radiate themselves and die after a few short years. But this is a turn of events. Matter of fact, I didn't even beat my eyes. Had an eye for this for a second. I knew these guys were gonna lie on top of it, saying that they're gonna do it, but they weren't going to. So basically, in a nutshell, they say they're gonna do it, then they say they do. They didn't need to. So they lied again. Well, that's all the news I'll be reading today. And oh, by the way, folks, I forgot to say the article's name here. It's called TSA is not planning to test employees for, radiation. So, there. I could just give you the, title of the article too, so you can go to Infowars.com and look it up. Okay? Bye-bye. See you later.